Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Small But Effective Podcast. This is, well, one of the four hosts. This is Lux, and we also have here John.
That's me.
Brennan.
Hello.
And last but certainly not least, there is Brady.
Hello.
Sorry.
So we're trying
He
out
was never
something.
good at following directions.
Trying something new today. We're actually adding video. Yes, oh my God, we're putting it out there. We are adding video to the podcast.
Here you go, Internet. You haven't seen me in years. I'm back.
So if you are listening on SoundCloud or just doing audio presentations, you should probably check out our YouTube channel so you can get the full Monty experience. Well, maybe not full Monty. Eventually.
Man.
Well, we'll see how far we get today.
Oh, indeed. So, well, I guess as we have been starting lately, what's everyone been up to? Who wants to start?
Okay.
I'll go.
Don't everybody go once.
Oh, everyone's prepared. What have I been up to since last recording? Did my first week of reserve up at Niagara Falls. Whoop, whoop. That was pretty fun. I didn't go to the casino, though, Saturday night. Next month, definitely will be hitting that up.
Brady, that's stupid.
I'm going to lose. No, I'm going to win money. Man, I rock the roulette table.
There's a reason casinos are in business.
Nah,
it's
stop
because
it.
you lose.
I'm going to have to go with Brennan.
Good.
I'm going with
No.
Brennan.
What? Have you guys been to a casino?
I
You
have.
make your money back on the buffet.
Lux, have you been to a casino?
I have. I've been to the Sheraton on the Falls up in Niagara Falls, and I spent zero money except for the hotel itself. One time went to a casino, went to Wheeling Downs, and it was when the Powerball first started in Pennsylvania, didn't have it. And there was like this big jackpot. And I went down there and within like 5 minutes spent $20 on slots. And I'm like, no, never again.
You don't play slots. Come on.
Well,
What are you talking about? That's
It's
where the
a
money's
waste.
at.
yeah.
No, it's not.
Do you know proper table game
Dude,
etiquette?
you go down, you sit at the roulette table,
and you lose all your money because you have no idea what you're
because
doing.
you suck.
Brady, I've played roulette.
I won
Have you-
a lot of money at roulette and then lost it all at blackjack
Oh,
because I was made to go play blackjack.
so I guess you
Look.
break even but had fun?
No, I broke a lot negative. because-
Oh,
But had fun?
But
So-
roulette is super fun. It was the first time playing and I was winning and I loved it. You just like pick some lucky numbers or color and stuff, and it's fun. You just gotta. This strategy to it is you gotta spread the wealth out. You can't just pick one or two numbers. You have to
Yeah.
spread a lot.
Strategy
and then
for
you have a
losing
better
money.
chance of winning.
So you have to diversify your gambling portfolio.
Exactly.
yeah.
Other than that, what have I been up to?
see what that hard-earned government money's going to.
That's right. Glad I paid my taxes.
Yeah, thank you.
Or,
The military does not promote gambling.
What do you?
Nice
it doesn't
little
mean they don't
disclaimer
gamble. They
right
just
there.
don't promote it.
Other than that, college helped.
Nope.
Oh, lost him.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We
Hello?
That broke up a second there. Try again.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
He said I helped Brennan today and ate all of his food.
Oh,
As per usual.
I've been noticing that's a theme lately. The food.
I mean,
being-
No.
at least this time he was invited. The key to success.
You say every time you're always welcome at my house.
You are until you eat all of my food.
It was
well, then you're
not-
welcome, just not to the fridge.
Let's not get into it. Other than that, not too much. Did put up some sheepy fence,
Ooh.
and that's yeah.
I don't know how
Next.
many people here around know about the sheep farming aspect of.
Oh well,
Well,
in a
after
previous
last week,
episode,
yeah.
we talked about
Murdering.
things that
What?
probably shouldn't be discussed again because we'll get shut down. But yeah, once again, I live on a sheep farm, and we'll have to do a big segment on it.
Oh,
I'm
maybe
special
on site,
general.
We'll
on
get brown
location.
bear in.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm totally down with
Agriculture.
this.
Oh yeah, we can visit the brown bear farm.
The
Coming to you
Oh,
live.
man.
That's right. Field
extraordinaire.
Oh. So for those out there in the interwebs that are unfamiliar with the bear that is brown, You are in for a treat.
You are.
Someday you will see the brown bear.
He's
And he-
elusive.
We actually wanted Brown Bear to be our mascot. He
I think we
declined.
talk about him every episode. I'm gonna throw up if I keep watching John move back and forth in his chair.
Yeah, it's really good for the streaming too because it breaks up every time he moves a lot.
Sorry.
Well, speaking of John, what have you been up to?
Oh man. So we went to the Windmill, which is a local farmers market.
Woohoo!
Yeah, good time. I don't know, probably not organic food, but it
Buy
tastes
local.
good. That's right, buy local, and then
Go to the hospital.
From the
Buy
Amish.
local.
dude. We also went to a local apple orchard, picked some apples. Crop was really good this year,
It's all the pesticides, organic.
dude.
GMO baby, GMO.
Why you gotta be bringing me down?
I had one. It was a
I
fantastic.
already ate
apple,
like
but it
3
was-
of them. I'm not
it was
dead yet,
frothy.
Did you
was
wash them?
steroid.
All you gotta do is run them underwater first.
dude.
Oh, I didn't do that. I just
Right off the tree,
yeah,
Brennan's food hole.
right out of John's bag, straight into my food hole.
We also
That sounds hot.
installed a wood stove. Got some hernias. That was fun. No one-
I used
No
my
one
medical
did that
training
today.
to inform Brown Bear how I would fix his hernia.
That's right.
Oh, bear's got a hernia?
No, we were going to
Dun
give
dun
him one.
dun.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
So, anyways,
Speaking of Amish, did I ever tell you about that Amish fudge story?
Oh God.
oh man, no.
Because
I like where this is going.
they make homemade goods.
So we'll
So-
call this Segway 1.
Okay, so they're everywhere around here. They make homemade goods, and you buy them. And so I don't know. My mom was telling me the Amish, they actually went to a hospital to have a baby, which is unusual.
Very.
And like they were going through, they had the baby and all that stuff, and they like pumped the breast milk out, and there was like a lot of it. And they were like, they were going, and the Amish woman asked for the breast milk. She was like, "Oh, what did you guys do with that?" And they're like, "Oh, don't worry, you'll make more and stuff for the baby. It's fine. We just threw it out." She was like, "No, I wanted to take it and make fudge with it."
Oh,
And I was like, "Yeah, never buying Amish
Is
fudge."
Come
that
on, man.
is that similar to goat's milk?
Yeah, it's similar in fat
What,
content.
somebody get Brown Bear on the phone. Ask him what the butterfat content of breast milk is.
well, I've heard of this though, like people selling their breast milk on Craigslist.
I mean,
That's a
if
thing.
if
That's a
women
big
can't
thing.
make it, if women can't make it and they want like the actual thing for their child, and they don't want to use it, maybe. But
There are
Other than that,
two markets for black market breast milk, okay? The first one is for people who actually have babies. The second one is for guys who are at like 1% body fat that want to make it to 0%, that are trying to like lift anvils.
No, I'm
That's-
sorry.
that's-
No,
yeah.
there's 3 markets. There's clearly
third market?
there's clearly a deviant market. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
There's clearly going to be
Oh.
somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get me some of that. And
had to take it there.
they probably prefer it from the source, no doubt. But come on, Craigslist.
Hey, if I get it from Craigslist, I'm pumping it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, have you guys all
That's
seen the new
gray
Mad
hairs in
Max? The Mad Max that came out was like last year.
oh yeah, where they were like farming it or whatever.
Yeah, the women's were like pretty
That's
much
pretty gross.
milk factories. They turned them into cows.
Oh, what?
What?
I mean,
you didn't see
I
the
know
new Mad
some
Max?
women that you don't have
Yeah.
to turn into cows.
And there goes our women listener population.
No, that was the movie. Just stating the fact. I am
Yeah,
by
it's true. It
no
was the
means saying
movie.
that women are cows, but in that movie they were. Well, no, some of them were breeders in their defense. It's a post-apocalyptic world, ladies and gentlemen. What are you gonna do?
True.
That's true.
Very true.
I
John,
can get it.
do you actually? We segued off of you. Do you have anything else you've been up to?
I feel like I've led to enough trouble.
Brennan, tell me.
Well, my life unfortunately has been overcome by Pokemon, and I feel really bad about saying that online. But
There go our Pokemon fans.
it's true.
He's got
I
a
mean-
problem.
I do. It's I need an intervention. But
This is Pokemon Go, correct?
well, I mean Pokemon
No,
as
Pokemon.
a whole.
Oh,
I
really?
mean,
Like-
TCG, things
Oh.
that I never did when I was a kid. Yeah, things that most listeners of this really don't care about. Brennan doesn't usually do many interesting things, so my goal is to survive and
So-
play Pokemon.
So wait, the Pokemon you're saying TCG you're doing online, or are you guys actually collecting cards?
Well,
Yeah, he was bullying some North Korean woman.
so
Oh, that's why they launched that last missile.
you
Because
know,
of
it's,
Pokemon, Japan, I get it.
it's really fun to just beat up on 12-year-olds playing online TCG, but yeah. I mean, a lot of us have a pretty extensive collection from when Pokemon first came out, and it's funny that when you look back and you see how much some of these little pieces of plastic that you've held on to for the 20 years are worth. It's crazy. So I'm looking into offloading a lot of these Generation 1 to Pokemon cards that are worth money. So that's
Liquidate.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
If you're not going to use
So-
them and you're only doing the online, especially.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how long this phase lasts, but
Oh, I give it a solid another week.
well, I mean, the TCG maybe, but I think as a collective group, the play group is enjoying Pokemon Go pretty well right now. It's got some nice updates, and I'm big enough and scary enough that people out in public won't try to fight me if they see me playing. So that's good. That's
What are
good.
you
TCG.
saying?
I mean,
TCG is trading card game for those who don't know.
yes, sorry,
By the way,
yes.
Brennan goes to the hood to catch his Pokemon.
I do. I prefer
Straight out of Compton, yo.
I prefer the hunt. It's just it's good. So now, for what few listeners we have left, I think we should transition into something more.
I
More
think
entertaining.
Lux has a lot to say because
Gosh,
recently Lux got something in the mail.
Lux was preparing
I did.
for this.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So
I actually, I don't want to be that guy, but I feel my life is so ridiculously important. I have so many things to discuss. But I actually made,
thanks for making me feel good about
you
myself.
can't see this, but I made a list. But so, so I went to the IndyCar race in Watkins Glen, International Speedway. I've never been to a race at Watkins Glen in my life. What the?
We just had a blooper.
So never been to Watkins Glen in my entire life for a race, and I saw the IndyCar race, which was really epic. It was really fun. It was it rained. Was there Saturday for the practice sessions. Sunday it rained right before, but then actually the race started and it was no longer raining, and it was really good. I got to see a bunch of super trucks jump over ramps, which was completely unnecessary, but that's the way they race them, is with these.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like the way the suspension just goes like,
Yeah.
it just absorbs the impact.
The stadium super trucks are just something to watch.
I'm
It's
so
amazing.
glad you had seen it before, because I could talk about that. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
We do that a lot, Lux.
Touche, we do.
It sustains our friendship.
So, but yeah, that was really cool, and I had I complete with the headset with the radio transmission. I was really into like the whole theme and vibe, and I've been to a couple of NASCAR races in my life. I've been to Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600 as it was back then, and also I've been to Daytona for the night race. It was the Pepsi 400 at that time, so which was pretty epic too. But I've gotten a little bit away from NASCAR lately and gone into more of the open-wheeled varieties with F1 and IndyCar.
And rallycross.
Oh, Rallycross, so cool.
Yes.
Love Rallycross. But yeah, no, in the mail I did get the Hurdy Gurdy.
He's hot.
So for those that are not in the know of this instrument that everyone should know, the instrument dates back to around the year 1000. You turn a crank, which turns a wheel, which rubs the strings to make the sound. So instead of you like bowing a violin, like you actually turn that instead, and then you hit keys in order to hit the notes. And it sounds like I'm killing a cat most of the time until I get it in tune. But I've had limited experience, so I'm still working on that aspect. But yeah,
Why do we always go towards animal cruelty?
life is cruelty.
Like,
So I mean, that's a couple of topics at least. I think I'll leave it from there.
Boom.
all right, well, Lux obviously lives far more interesting lives than we do.
I feel like it's a beer commercial. Like Lux doesn't always drink beer, but when he does,
Slancha.
Yes. It's like salud.
As he drinks.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
that's how he puts up with us.
it's true. So Brady, did you by chance have an opportunity to put together a small but effective segment?
I turned this one over to Lux this week.
Actually, yes, I do have one.
Okay.
And
Lux has one.
nobody can actually see what I'm doing with my eyes.
I can.
As of now.
Oh, going dark.
So
Goodbye,
actually, as
YouTube
I do
revenue.
this, as I inform you of this amazing device.
Do we want to
this
do a
is it.
little? Do you want to tell about what the small but effective segment is, Lux?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure.
Are
So
we just gonna be
Potentially
surprised?
listeners.
I will say what I feel the small but effective. I'm back.
Oh.
I will say what I feel the small but effective segment is to me and to everyone is a very personal thing. I feel it is a way to express something that is small but very effective in so many different ways. So it's something that probably everyday use, you don't really think about it, but you use it all the time, that has such a substantial impact on your life, but you don't know where it came from. But it has so many effective uses even beyond the original use it was intended for. So what
Like
I
your
think
eating.
of is, what's that? I missed that.
Nothing. Carry on.
So what I think of is, something that from this segment is I can present, like for what I'm about to, something that is very useful that and give you a little bit of historical aspect of where it came from, while the other folks that we have on the line come up with ways you can use it, maybe not in its original intention. So that being said, here we go. And no, I'm not reading off of a screen at all. The safety pin.
Oh,
Whoa.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Torture device.
Wait, your camera's still off.
Uh-huh. Yes, it sure is. So the safety pin is a regular pin with a simple spring mechanism with a clasp. Everyone's seen the safety pin. Everyone's used the safety pin. So, but does everyone know that there was an early precursor to the safety pin in the form of a brooch? They called it the fibula, and was the Mycenaeans of the Greek Peloponnesus between 14th and 13th century BC, says Wikipedia, and is an early precursor. But the original invention of the safety pin is actually goes back to somebody from New York State.
New York.
Local pride, Walter Hunt, and he did it as a means for paying off a debt to a friend, or he had a $15 debt, so he created this, and I don't know how that paid his $15 debt, but somehow it did. And it was a piece of brass wire 8 inches long, made into a coil in the center, so it would be open when released, so it has that spring mechanism, and the a clasp on the other end to shield the sharp edge from the user. And it was
8 inches. That seems massive.
wait, 8 inches?
That was for killing your enemies.
So after he got a patent on it in 1849, and then he sold the patent for $400, which is equivalent to around 10 grand nowadays.
He's rich.
And then he used that money to pay the $15 debt. Okay, there it is. And the remaining amount for himself, the other $385 for himself.
That was some fast math. Well,
However,
Went to the pub.
However, in the years to follow, W.R. Grayson Company would make millions of dollars in profits
Man,
from his invention.
It's like What a jerk.
Mm-hmm. So there are different versions of it. And if you have ever, especially watched any kind of like the old school Looney Tunes, I'm back. If you remember the. Like when they put like diapers on and stuff, and at the end they put this, you get the big safety pin and just like looking through there, and that's how you finish it off. And so, I mean, it's definitely something. I mean, it's pop culture on as in so many uses, so many. Has anyone thought of any besides diapers?
That was gonna be mine, the diaper thing. I'll have to think of another one.
Oh, clearly.
You know what I mean?
Brady was so hoping to go first so we could just get it done,
Right.
not have to worry about it. I can say that I actually have a good use for them that actually happens. Pin pairs of gloves together when you're not using them in the summertime. Then they're together when you need them in the wintertime.
Like
so when they're in
the
storage.
mittens?
Yeah,
mitten
pairs
gloves?
of mittens, snow gloves, things you'd snowmobile, things like that with. And because we throw them in technically a hamper, and we just kind of dig through it and find what we need: scarves, hats. It's much easier to find a pair of gloves when they are connected together.
True that.
I'm passing this one to Brady because he doesn't have an
No,
idea.
I'm still thinking. John, go.
John, you got anything? I'm blinding your enemies.
You know-
I mean, that's a good one.
Listen, the only thing that I can think of at the moment, as far as the use for the safety pin, I remember seeing them a lot in high school. For whatever reason, the goth kids would wear them, and they weren't even doing anything.
A fashion statement.
Wait,
it
where
was
would
just
they
like-
wear
It
them?
was just like an accessory. Like
I
you'd
know.
have like a bunch of them in a row. I don't know.
Yeah, buddy.
Maybe it was a just in case kind of a thing.
No, it
Maybe.
showed-
Like
It was
like carrying your pocket knife. You know, you never know when you're going to need it.
it symbolized the pain that those
Pain.
goth kids went through.
Did they wear them like in their skin?
Pain.
Resetting a watch, like their little devices like Fitbits and things like that. You know, got that little
Yeah,
point.
used to reset like anything.
Pretty much.
I mean, no one said weapon, but yeah, you could use them as a weapon.
Especially
New York State recognizes them as a dangerous instrument, sir.
Do they?
Well, I mean, we're not going to get into this now.
concealed
but-
carry.
Yeah, you can totally cover somebody's mouth and then pin their nose shut.
Ugh. Stop
We always find a way to take it
to that next level.
I mean,
not
no,
just- I mean,
You know-
you can't do
Go
that.
ahead. I got another one.
well, you said diapers, but like, honestly, it can be used to hold any sort of clothing together. Actually, I was in drama in high school. I had a rip in my pants. I safety pinned my pants together because
Boom.
big old crotch hole. Didn't want that to show.
All right, so I want to segue off of that. You were in drama. What
Yeah,
did that-
hold on. Brennan's got to
It
go.
doesn't
first.
even matter.
Brennan, go.
Brady was an awful actor.
Shut your mouth.
It was
Did you even
awful.
watch my play?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
I was amazing.
And alls I
have
know-
it. Lux.
What
I
up?
have it somewhere. I have the whole video.
Oh man.
Yep.
I
It's
wanna
good.
see.
I was in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
an
I
interesting
was,
one. Were you Seymour,
No, I was
the plant?
the
See how
dentist.
See how good he was?
okay.
He doesn't even remember
Oren.
what part
Oren
he had.
Scrivello, DDS.
Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. I only saw the movie with Rick Moranis.
Yep.
Actually,
I was.
I'm going to tangent off of that. Lux,
Hmm?
are dentists doctors?
They are doctors.
They get 3 letters.
The people call them that, therefore they are, but they are not physicians.
Ooh, now what's the distinction between doctor and physician?
So a physician is a medical doctor of some sort, be it a DO or an MD, versus a doctor is anyone with a doctorate from a postgraduate standpoint, be it a PhD, an
Right,
optometrist, a dentist. There are
so
nurse
this is one
practitioners
of
getting
those-
doctorates as well. So
It's
it's
one of those where you say doctor with a sneer.
Yeah.
No, you're-
Just clean my
Right.
teeth, man.
podiatry. So and actually, it's interesting because state to state, you have to specify. There are different rules. So, like a nurse practitioner that has a doctorate in New York State, they can say that they're a doctor, but they have to say they're a doctor of nursing practice or a doctor or nurse practitioner. They can't just say they're a doctor because it can be misleading to patients as far as their credentials. Some states don't allow them to say it at all. It doesn't matter if they have a doctorate or not in it, because not everyone does. Sometimes it's a master program instead, but they're moving more towards doctorate. But no matter what, they can never say they are a physician, because that is a very specific delineation beyond all that. That is medical specifically. That is not podiatry. That is not dentistry. That is not optometry.
So the moral of this is the dentist is not able to identify the bumps on John's face.
Not at all. Nope. He can name them. He can definitely name them. He can label them. He can draw circles around them probably too. But to actually ID them?
Sorry, John.
Legally.
That's why I consulted a physician.
And that's just go listen to the last episode if you haven't. That'll make complete sense.
Maybe.
So it's worth your time. It's worth the 35 minutes of your life to go back in time and listen to that episode if you haven't.
So does
has that cleaned up, John? Are you all cleared up and good to go?
You guys are harping on me. It's a legitimate medical condition. It's not like fibromyalgia or something.
There go a few more listeners.
Jeez.
So, does anyone have any other things they'd like to add at this time?
Lux, you seem surprised that Brady was in drama.
Yeah,
Were you not?
I am a little bit. Okay, I will say I will follow up on that. I'm a little surprised. Brady doesn't seem to be the acting drama type to me. I don't know what that type is, but I just don't see you doing that. You seem kind of just straightforward. What you see is what you get, and I just don't see the acting part.
I
was amazing. I got a lot of
as an avid
compliments on it.
Drama critic and play critic. Brady's performance felt forced.
What?
The entirety of it.
What?
And you can tell he wasn't in chorus at all.
Oh man.
I forgot that Brennan was in all the plays.
So I'm not a doctor. But I'm going to diagnose you with tone deafness. Okay?
Oh, stop it.
All right. Let's hear a B flat.
I hope my trombone is still at John's house. Oh, man.
I'm boom.
Dude, Lux, I'll get you the video. I'll get it.
Can I be a fair and impartial judge?
Yeah, no, I'll get you my parts and let you watch it.
Actually, you know what? We can maybe edit that into clips so we can upload that as a separate area on YouTube on the Small But Effective. Oh, I think it is highly worth it. Absolutely.
Someone who was proud of their performance would want it to be shared.
Brady gifts incoming.
I don't own any rights to it though, so if someone tries to sell it, then
all
the money that I lose at casinos.
Well, since we are a clearly not-for-profit podcast, we should.
We're looking to change that, people.
That's right.
Eddie needs new shoes.
So I don't know. On that note, if anyone else has anything else they'd like to add before we wrap.
And I feel like we should start a GoFundMe.
I'm okay with that.
Maybe in a couple episodes. That seems a little too.
Episode 10. When episode 10.
You know what? We need one person only, to post in Facebook or on YouTube in the comments section. Yes, you should go do a GoFundMe, and I would fund you, that we don't know already. And I think that would be an instigator.
That would be a milestone.
And here we go.
We got one person to look at our Facebook that we don't know.
And I will do a personal meet and greet with that person. I don't care how creepy you are.
How far away they are?
Well, let's do it.
Well, you might.
I have if it's too far.
If you are more than 5.5 miles,
street, yeah, he's not coming to see you.
If you are more than a brown bear distance away,
Within reason. I may even bring
Very
brown bear with me.
subjective.
Ooh, meet and
the-
greets would be a cool thing for
I'm
the
telling
future,
you.
actually.
I'm telling you.
If the GoFundMe amount was enough, they'd pay for your plane ticket.
Ah,
Boom.
okay. All right.
But I would okay.
We do have an airport nearby.
All funds from the GoFundMe go straight to the podcast and getting John better internet so he's not as pixelated.
Oh,
I think it's his equipment. He's got
Man.
amazing internet.
Brennan
I do-
is
I
just
do
hashing
make-
out at people tonight.
my
gosh,
router's from 1998.
Brennan, I'm very concerned.
Well,
How have you
maybe
been sleeping?
I've had a little bit to drink today, and I hope I'm not transitioning into an angry drunk.
Keeping hydrated is very important.
I don't drink water. When I'm thirsty, I drink more beer. Like I tell
Oh.
everyone, the key to not getting hungover is staying drunk. And to that,
On that note,
If we want to hold on before we end, Brennan told me something that I found interesting today. And I want to
Wow.
run it by a physician. So he said
Oh, yes.
alcoholics are not; they don't eat sweets
they don't tend to eat sweets.
or dessert.
I-
I've never heard that before.
I think to each his own on that. I mean, I think
Brennan,
some probably
elaborate
do.
what you told me because it makes sense, but I don't.
I feel like you should be suspicious of anyone that doesn't eat dessert.
Genuine alcoholics due
Oh.
to the level of
not the
the fake ones.
Yeah.
We see you due to the amount of the sugars because they just don't have the cravings for it.
Hmm.
Is this a metabolism liver thing?
I've spoke with a few people who we won't.
Well,
we're not
anyway,
gonna bring up any names. We won't bring up any names.
Michael Myers.
I work for a nonprofit organization. Okay.
that employs alcoholics.
Yes. And
They don't start that way.
every
but they
year
end
during
up
our
there.
biometric screening, we have an overwhelmingly high number of people who consume very often in excess amounts. We won't put that label out there, but I've spoken with people and I have noticed, and it's a lot of people, just a lot of people who consume a lot often tend to really dislike sweets and or things like that.
I know nothing of that except for, I mean, alcohol from a physiological standpoint does increase the amount of insulin secretion from your pancreas, and maybe one of the toxic effects of it can lead to pancreatitis and other kind of burnout of that organ. But which then, since insulin obviously intimately involved with sweets, you'd almost think they'd crave more of them instead of less of them. Although that is also a instigator of the secretion of more insulin is the sugar itself. So maybe you get a double hit, which then drops your sugars, like really plummets it down and make you feel like crap. So maybe there's something to that, but that's definitely speculation on the spot.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's all I got.
Well, I'm glad we ended on a positive note.
So anyway, Skull and Crossbones about Brady. He's a pirate.
I think you be Brennan's.
I think we should think about maybe tying things up and letting these beautiful listeners get back to their jobs because
You're all
everybody
beautiful.
works.
Thank you all for listening and watching.
You are.
That's right.
You stay classy.
All of our
And,
comments are not genuinely meant to alienate any group of people.
Not genuinely. And obviously, remember to like us on Facebook, check out our YouTube, subscribe. That would be awesome. And
Throw money at the GoFundMe.
and create
All
our
of it.
GoFundMe. Actually, we got there's a listener that had liked us recently on our SoundCloud, and I apologize because I don't have the name pulled up right now because I should. But that
Find it right now.
We
quick.
care
I'm doing
about
it. I'm
everyone.
doing it. I'm doing it.
All right.
All right.
They're going to
Filler-
shout out.
filler
Are they-
time.
Are they the first?
Shout out to
All right. Epic training montage. Go. Okay. And pause for awkward silence.
Tasha Nuguez.
Thanks,
Tasha-
Tasha.
You're a fantastic person, and I hope you listen to this one and look forward to more awful content in the future.
Awful.
And also, thank you, Aaron Zeller5, for following us on my SoundCloud,
Awesome.
actually. And
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
maybe
Aaron.
at some point I should transition that to an independent SoundCloud off of mine, but then again, I don't have anything else on mine, so
There you go.
Yeah, good to go. But all right, well, thanks for listening to the Small But Effective podcast, and we will see you next time.
all
See
right.
you later.
Bye, all.
On the next episode of Small But Effective.
Oh, you have a preview? No, I don't. It doesn't have a preview. Bye.